We are now live. Welcome. This is Jack from tofluency.com, and in this English lesson, we're going to look at some phrases related to sleep. So I posted a photo today on Instagram where my son was sleeping in the back of the car. And it made me think about certain phrases when it comes to sleep. And a lot of people as well responded to the question I asked in this photo. And I'm going to share that photo with you in a second. But first, let me make sure I have all my slides ready. And I think I do. You should be able to see that now. This is my free book, The 5-Step Plan for English Fluency. So there is a link in the description, or you can go to fluency.com/book and enter your details. You can download this for free. The 5-Step Plan for English Fluency. So go do that now, or feel free to wait till the end of the lesson to do that. And if you're new here, then please subscribe. It's very simple. You know how to subscribe to things on YouTube, right? You just click that subscribe button, but then also click that notification bell. Notification crew. And that means that you'll get a notification every time I upload a video or every time I go live. If you do come live, you can join here in the chat box. Admiral Mononim says, I can't hear anything from you. Guys, let me know if there is a problem with the audio. People are saying there's no voice. Dun dun dun. I wonder why there's no voice. No voice. Uh-oh. Okay. 1 minute. Let's have a look. If I turn on properties. So people are saying there's no voice. Oh, people are saying it's okay. Okay, everyone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? If you can't hear me, maybe it's your audio settings. Okay, thank you. Thank you. People are saying it's okay. It's okay. Thank you so much for the comments. It's so useful when people do that. Do you know anything about Azerbaijan? Not really. I know Baku is the capital. I taught a few students from Azerbaijan. A friend went to teach in Azerbaijan, but I don't know much about it. Let me know, everyone, if you're watching live, where are you watching this from? Where are you watching this from? Please let me know. Jose is here from Peru. Where in Peru? I get the notification, what a miracle, audio is okay. Fantastic. Some people are saying I can't hear you. Okay, there is a voice. That's funny. Where is everyone from? Please let me know in the comment section. I'm Italian, but I live in Brazil. Aracaju, a tropical beach, from Brazil. I'm from Yemen. I'm in Spain. Where in Spain? Please let me know. From Bolivia. I love Bolivia. I spent a lot of time in Bolivia. Juan is from Chile. Raja is from Japan. Belo Horizonte from Brazil. Ahmed, Egypt. Turkey, Baku, Brazil, Mexico, Ukraine, Honduras, Thailand, Poland, Turkey, Syria, Switzerland, Hungary, Peru, Iraq, Syria, Mongolia, Tarragona, Spain, Dominican Republic, Turkey, Thailand, India, South America, Uruguay, Guatemala, Brazil, Turkey, Guatemala, Egypt. This is fantastic, isn't it? Patricia from France, Taiwan, Sudan, Brazil, Sudan. Wow. A lot of people joining. Okay, I'm going to take a little break from the comments because let's talk about English. Let's talk about idioms and phrases related to sleep. This morning, I posted this photo. Can you see this photo? I posted it on Instagram. Okay? It also posted on Facebook, but follow me on Instagram, instagram.com/tofluency. And you can see in the top right corner, I said, my son fell asleep on the way to school. Should I wake him up? Okay. Should I wake him up? So my son fell asleep on the way to school. Should I wake him up? Now, what's interesting is this. So we used to live, a habit in the past, we used to live very close to where my son goes to school. So I used to walk him there. We used to walk together, or I took him in the stroller, or a pram, it can be called. So I used to walk to school with him. But now we live quite a long way away, so I have to take him in the car. But the thing is, my son always falls asleep in the car. So when we've been going home from school, he has been falling asleep. And this morning, he fell asleep on the way to school. So I didn't know what to do. And I decided to ask you guys, should I wake him up? Should I wake him up? And I got a lot of different comments, but most people said one of two things, okay? Let him sleep. Let him sleep. So this just means don't wake him up. Don't wake him up. So to let someone sleep means that you don't do anything. You just allow them to continue sleeping. And you can also say, don't wake him up. And that's using the imperative, the command, in the negative. And just to say also, fall asleep means the act of going to sleep. So it's that transition from being awake to being asleep. Okay? So to fall asleep, that's what it means. It means to be awake, you fall asleep, and then you're asleep. And it's similar to when we use the word get, like it's getting dark. Okay? It's getting dark, it's getting light. I'm getting hungry, I'm getting tired. We'll talk about that later. Let's go back to the comment section. Julia, no, you shouldn't wake him. Let your child have a nice sleep. Very good. Thank you for your help. I'm learning a lot. Good to have you here, Diego. Andres is here from Colombia. He should wake him up and be prepared for school. So yeah, another key thing is we got there at 8:30 and school starts at 9. So they can go to school early, but class, it's preschool. Class doesn't start until 9, 9:15, 9:30. So I let him sleep. That's what I did. I let him sleep and then he woke up. He woke up very cranky, which means like when you're angry and you're a little bit, you don't feel good. But then when he saw his friends, he was in a really good mood. Really good mood. Quick question. If you're watching the replay, leave a comment below. But for those watching live as well, can you fall asleep in a car? Or do you normally fall asleep when you're in a car, when you're on a train, on a bus, on a plane? Do you fall asleep in these situations when you're traveling? Because I could never fall asleep in the past. But then, when I went to South America, I could easily fall asleep all the time on any kind of transportation. So what about you? Do you fall asleep? Do you easily fall asleep when you're traveling, when you're, in the car, on a bus, on a train, etc.? Lucas says, I always wake up cranky. I do as well. Wake me up when September ends. Green Day. It's really good. Luan says, if it's okay for children to be a little bit late, I think you can let them sleep a little bit more. Marth say, yes, I can. Gabriela can fall asleep on public transport and in cars. Julia says, never. I'm happy that you let him sleep. You can also say, I'm glad. I'm glad you let him sleep. Or I'm glad that you let him sleep. I can't because I feel unsafe, like something might happen. Yeah. No, It's very hard for me. I can't fall asleep in the car. I'm so stressed. I'm a big fan of your channel. I'm from Brazil. Thank you. And if you're enjoying this lesson, click that thumbs up button. And if you're new, subscribe. I fall asleep at school. At school. When I was a child, I would fall asleep. Very cool. No, it is difficult for me to sleep even in my own bed. Even in my own bed. Or in my own bed even. That's fine. Sometimes, but I like to see the views. I don't because I get so tense. Ricardo is here from Brazil. No, because I'm afraid of, passing the duration. Or you can say, I'm afraid of missing my stop. I'm afraid of missing my stop. So if you're on the bus and you fall asleep, you might miss your stop. The place where you get off the bus. I'm glad to catch you live. Good to see you. I used to fall asleep as soon as the car started. Why do you not read my comments? I don't see all comments. Wake up, preschooler, and you'll be in great trouble. I think that's the key. If you wake up someone who is 3, then you're in trouble. It's a really good comment. Good. So if you're just joining, we're talking about the fact that my son fell asleep on the way to school. And I asked everyone, should I wake him up? And here is the photo. You can see him in the background. He's holding his water bottle. And I just stayed in the car and I wrote some emails. So to fall asleep is the act of going to sleep. A lot of people said, let him sleep. And people also said, don't wake him up. So before, I talked about how we use get to talk about a change. For example, it's getting dark. I'm getting hungry. Okay? I'm getting bored. It's like you're in the process of this happening. It's just started. But we can use it for things like tired as well. So you'll hear people say, I'm getting tired. And I want to go through this because I've seen a few mistakes recently when people use get. So here, I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. Now, we can use this when we're in the process of getting tired right now. Okay? So when you're starting to feel sleepy, when you're starting to feel a little bit sleepy, you can say, I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired. You can also say, I'm starting to get tired. I'm starting to get tired. But if you want to talk about things in your daily life, things that happen on a consistent basis or habits that you have, you can say it like this. I always get tired after having a big lunch. I always get tired after having a big lunch. So my next question is, do you get tired after lunch? Do you get tired after having lunch? And I'll tell you a little story while I'm waiting for those comments. So I used to work in an office in England. And every Thursday, we would go to the pub, okay? So would is used in the past to talk about a past habit. So we would go to the pub every Thursday. And at the pub, I would get, usually, a pie with chips or French fries in American English, and also a pint of beer. And after having this, I would get so tired. The afternoons were terrible. I would get so tired after having it. Fatmanur says, all the time. Yes, I do. Instantly. After eating, usually. I was born tired. I love that. I was born tired. Yeah. So the question is, do you get tired after having lunch? Do you get tired after having lunch? Because I feel most people do. Most people get tired after having lunch. Susanna says, I don't. Cool. You're lucky. You're lucky. I sometimes get tired after lunch. But what I find helps is having a lot of water. So after eating something, if you have a lot of water, it can help you. Also, going on a walk as well, doing something physical. I always get tired after having lunch with a lot of wine. Yeah, that can be a problem. We used to get so tired after having lunch in Spain because of all the food. I always feel tired after having lunch. Lunch is breakfast on vacation for me. Right after lunch, I cannot open my eyes. I'm always tired. Yeah, it happens every single day. The worst part of it is that I have to work at that time. We got Scott from China. After lunch, I have to sleep a bit. Actually, I have more energy after lunch. Very cool. I get tired after eating bo. Is that right? I'm getting tired. And if you want to talk about it in general, I get tired sometimes, but usually I don't. I get tired. If you say I'm getting tired, it means right now. Right now, in this moment, you're feeling tired. Yes, I get tired after having lunch. Don't like to do any work. If I get tired, I eat. I wonder what that is. Drinking lots of water. It depends on the type of lunch. Yes, usually if it's a big meal or a heavy meal. I downloaded your book, yet to read it. Well, guys, if you don't have it yet, go to fluency.com/book and download it. It's free to download. And it goes through the 5 steps, or the 5-step plan you'll need to improve your English. To improve your English on a consistent basis. I feel no energy after having lunch. I get tired after pigging out. Okay, great phrase. To pig out means to eat a lot. To eat a lot. Okay? To pig out. It means to eat a lot of food. Hi from Thailand. Big greetings from Syria. You're really awesome. Thank you. I'm kind of tired. Valerio is here. Depending on what I was eating. Very good. So, just in summary, if you're feeling tired in the moment, you can say, I'm getting tired. You can see this phrase on your screen. Or, I'm starting to get tired. I'm starting to get tired. We can say that too. But when we're talking about things in general, I always get tired after having... Oh, I made a mistake. A big lunch. After having a big lunch. Very good. All right, I'm going to quickly teach you a couple of phrases as well that we can use to say that we're really tired. One is British and one is a little bit more general. So in British, let's do the general one first. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Let's repeat that. And use the same intonation and tone and stress. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. And then the British one. I'm knackered. I'm knackered. I'm knackered. Okay, this is very British, this one. To be knackered, to be very, very tired. So repeat this one. I'm knackered. I'm knackered. Good. Have you ever been to Beijing? I've never been to China. Susanna said before, If I can find the comment. Where is the comment? Where are you, Susanna? Your book is very useful. Thanks. Thank you. I wanted to read that out. I only sleep at midnight. I only can get to sleep at midnight. I'd love to join you live, but it's too late. It's 1 a.m. and I'm getting tired now. Could you tell me the opposite of a party animal? A party pooper. A party pooper. I get tired after learning. Very good example. Yeah, you can get tired after learning English. You know, if you study a lot, if you do a lot of studying, you can get really tired. I'm just going to check my microphone. A few people have said it's not very clear. Maybe it's your speakers, because it's on full volume. What do you use for your hair? I'm using this new method of not taking a shower. I haven't showered since Wednesday because because I haven't had time. In the morning, I have my children, and then I have to take my son to school and go to work. And in the evening, I've been too busy. However, my wife and I did go to the pool yesterday. I'll show you a picture. All my family, we went to the pool. What picture can I show you? This one. Hopefully you can see that. That's my legs at the pool. So although I didn't have a shower, I did kind of have a shower at the pool. But yeah, I need to wash my hair and I need to put something in it. Sometimes you speak very slowly. If you don't mind, can you please make it a little louder? Yeah, I'm sorry about the audio. If it's quiet, I don't know why. That's full. It's all full. Maybe it's because I'm too far away. That was probably really loud. But let's have a look. Properties. No. Filters. Maybe I can do an audio filter. Gain. Okay. Is that better or is that too loud? Let me know. Let me know. Abraham has a question. I've been studying for 2 months. I don't learn grammar. When I have a real conversation, I speak automatically. I listen every day for 8 hours. Do you have any advice for me? Listening for 8 hours is fantastic. Or ABC. ABL. Always be listening. Always be listening. Always be listening. Listen as much as possible. And then follow my method. I'll talk more about it later. But the Fluency program is going to help you with your fluency and speaking. Get your hair cut. No. I love comments like that, though. What does it mean to be knackered? Is it the synonym of being exhausted? So it's a British expression. Yeah, it just means to be exhausted. I'm knackered. Man, I'm knackered. I feel knackered. You'll hear British people say it all the time. But the expression that can be used in America, probably Australia, Ireland, Canada, New Zealand, anywhere, is I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. Can you please recommend a book for the intermediate level? Find any book that you enjoy reading. And if it's a little bit too difficult, get a graded reader. This is like a book that is specific to anyone's level. Say hello to Fortaleza, Brazil. Hello, Antonio. Good to see you here. I've been studying English literature for 3 years. Do you have any useful books to improve the English writing? Swavilicant. Books to improve writing? Not really. What I recommend you do is copy. So find an article that you want to write like, and just copy it down. It's a good way to remember. I always have a problem with remembering the words I learned yesterday. My program has memory cards so that you can commit words and phrases to your long-term memory. And I supply all these memory cards. There are over 1,000 of these now. So check out that program. It'll help you. Let's go back to our lesson. Okay, we'll just have a quick summary. Then I've got a couple more phrases for you. So we've talked about to fall asleep is the act of going to sleep. My son fell asleep in the car. People told me to let him sleep. They said, don't wake him up. In the moment, you can say, I'm getting tired. Are you yawning now? That's to yawn. I think yawning is rude in some countries. It's rude. Well, it's not rude everywhere, but, it's not good manners, let's say. I'm starting to get tired. You can say that as well. I always get tired after having... another mistake. There we go. I always get tired after having a big lunch. I'm knackered. I'm exhausted. The next phrase is this. Put the kids to bed. To put the kids to bed. Okay, and this just means to take your children, take them upstairs, help them brush their teeth, help them wash their hands, help them put on their pajamas, read some stories to them, and then, hopefully, they'll go to sleep. However, the process of putting our son to bed at the moment is so long. It takes about an hour. It's a lot of work. It's hard. He doesn't go to sleep until about 10:30 p.m. Our daughter wakes up about 6 a.m. It's very difficult at the moment. So when people say, Jack, you look tired. Jack, you look tired. It's because having children means that you don't sleep that much. But the phrase I want to teach here is put the kids to bed. Now, at the moment, my wife puts the kids to bed. Okay? So she is the one... So noisy out there. She is the one who puts the kids to bed. I am the one who gets up with the kids. So I get up with the kids. I give them breakfast. Look after them. I take the dogs outside. I feed the dogs. I help my son get ready for school, etc. So my wife puts the kids to bed. I get up with the kids. It's a good phrase to know. Can you say drift off to sleep? You can. I'm drifting off. For example, let's say I'm on the sofa and we're watching Game of Thrones. And I'm doing that. And Kate says, hey Jack, you're drifting off to sleep. Wake up. And I say, I want to just drift off to sleep. It's that process when you're just starting to fall asleep. Is he in the land of Nod right now? To be in the land of Nod means to be asleep. Which grammar book do you advise us to read? I don't really have a good grammar book to share, really. I always get sleepy after having lunch. Fantastic, Sona. Putting the kids to bed is so tiring. It is. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. And good to see you here. And everyone, if you're enjoying this, you can do me a favour and just share it. Tell your friends to come and join this lesson. So, to put the kids to bed. I've got 2 more phrases to share with you. I'm going to sleep on it. I'm going to sleep on it. Now, we use this when we have a decision to make, but we want to wait until the next day. Because usually, when you have a decision, things are a little bit clearer after you sleep. So let's say you want to decide, or in our case, we want to decide who is going to help us fix some things around the house. So people come to the house and they say, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is how much it costs. But instead of saying, fantastic, let me sign the contract, we can say, okay, we'll sleep on it. We'll sleep on it. And that just means we're going to decide tomorrow. And usually after you've had a sleep, usually the next morning, things are clearer. Like the decision is easier to make. So yeah, you'll hear people say, I'm going to sleep on it. I'm going to sleep on it. Or they might say, sleep on it. If someone else is making that decision, sleep on it. Sleep on it. Let's go back to the comment section. Can I say I'm feeling sleepy? Yeah, definitely. I'm feeling sleepy. I'm feeling sleepy. How do we know about live streams? Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you. Turn on the notifications, and then you should get an email from YouTube saying, hey, To Fluency is live. To Fluency is live. So that's what you can do. English Grammar in Use, the book. Yeah, it's a good book. I like it. But don't spend all your time learning grammar rules. Okay? Do you think that got is advanced English? I don't think... The key is this. There is no beginner or advanced English. It's just English. For example, people say, oh, irregular verbs, that's advanced English. Or, oh dear, no, phrasal verbs, that's advanced English. Idioms is advanced English. But in day one of your English lesson, you learn the verb to be. I am Jack. That's irregular. It's not advanced. You just need to get used to English. With phrasal verbs, you all learn, I get up at 7 a.m. I get up at 7 a.m. I wake up at 6:30 a.m. You learn those phrases, they're phrasal verbs. They're not advanced English, it's just English. There's no such thing as advanced English, okay? It changes a little bit with certain types of vocabulary for, academic writing, for example. But don't see it as advanced English. The best thing to do is to think about it in terms of high-frequency phrases. Phrases and words that are used all the time. Words and phrases that you need to use. So, for example, the verb get, okay, that is a verb that is great to know because it's used in lots of different situations. It's not advanced, it's just a common verb. People think it's advanced because there are so many different ways to use it. But you just have to get used to the ways that you can use it. Have you been to Brazil? I have been to Brazil. Let's see if I can find a picture from Brazil. I was in Brazil in 2007. Okay, last phrase. Read this while I'm looking for this picture. If I just type in Brazil, I should be able to find it. Let's have a look. So read the phrase on your screen now. I'm trying to multitask. And then, take a look at that. Is it going to focus? Are you going to focus? That's me in Brazil in 2007. Brazil was a lot of fun. Anyway, I can't believe he slept through all that noise. I can't believe he slept through all that noise. So to sleep through something means that someone continues sleeping even though there might be some kind of noise. For example, this is so funny. On Wednesday, maybe it's funny. On Wednesday, my son fell asleep in the car on the way home. So on the way home, he fell asleep. So I picked him up out of the car. I held him. I put him on the sofa, and he went, and he just fell asleep. He just fell asleep. Well, he slept through that process. But that evening, we had a little party. Some friends came over, and they came to our house. People were talking. There was music playing. Children were playing outside, making a lot of noise. Children were running around. And he slept through all that noise for about an hour. He was so tired. He slept through all that noise for about an hour. So, to sleep through something means to continue sleeping through a period of time or through some kind of activity. I can't believe he slept through all that noise. To sleep through something. How can I improve my vocabulary quickly? How do I reach an advanced level? I feel I'm stuck in an intermediate one. Get my program. Come and join. You get lifetime access to this program, which gives you a full pronunciation tutorial, downloadable audio so you can repeat and listen to that, to those phrases, and then it gives you English phrases and memory cards based on conversations my wife and I have. So you'll be able to learn the vocabulary, you'll be able to repeat these phrases. I'm going to give you feedback on your speaking, and it's going to make a huge difference. So definitely check that out and come join us. And if you want something free first, get my book. Get my book. A deep sleep. Great phrase. Yeah, so Thomas was in a deep sleep, okay? He was in a deep sleep. And when you're in a deep sleep, it means you're sleeping, deeply. You're sleeping deeply. And nothing will wake you up. Nothing will wake you up. He fell asleep so deeply, exactly. I'm glad I haven't overslept this live lesson. Oh, good to see you here. Yeah. I'm glad I didn't oversleep and miss this live lesson. That's what you can say there. Very good. So there are lots of phrases here. I'm going to leave these phrases in the comment section, but I have one more quote for you, and it's this. It's from Benjamin Franklin. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is good practice. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. So repeat that. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. So the idea with this quote is saying that if you wake up early, your life is going to be better. Do you agree with that? If you wake up early, your life is going to be better. There's another quote that says, conquer the morning, conquer the day. And to conquer something means to be in complete control of it. So to conquer the morning, conquer the day. My ideal morning would be this. I'd wake up at 5:30. I'd have a coffee and I'd go to the gym. I'd do some exercise. I would come to my office about 6:30. I would work until 12. I'd have lunch. I'd have a nap. I'd go home, play with my kids, and then have dinner. That would be my perfect day. But like I said before, I'm the one who gets up with the kids at the moment. That might change soon. But I'm the one who gets up with the kids at the moment. It's a well-known proverb. Is it Thomas Jefferson? I thought it was Benjamin Franklin. I can sleep for 24 hours. Cool. What about slumber? What do you mean? Give me a phrase or some kind of sentence with it. And like I said before, come and join the Fluency program. At the moment, I'm giving lifetime access to all materials and future materials. So you can pay one fee and you're going to get lifetime access to it. It's not going to be like a monthly payment course where you have to pay every month for the next 10 years. It's a lifetime access to all these materials and future materials. And it focuses on two main things, pronunciation and fluency. But the ability to use phrases and sentences in a flexible way. So you'll be able to use different vocabulary, but use it as part of a phrase in a sentence. And then be flexible with that. So go check out that program. If you join today, let me know, and I'll send you something. A surprise gift if you join today. Does it help with my dabs? Yes, definitely. Definitely. I hate waking up early, but I have to do it because I'm poor and I have to go to work. That's a good idea, but it's not easy to do. Yeah, waking up early. It's not easy to do, but you do get used to it. Okay, on that note, guys, thank you so much for watching this lesson. Like, share, and then check out my book and everything else, the program. Links will be in the description and in the comment section. So again, thank you so much for being here with me today. I have this strange time at the end where if I say stop streaming, it cuts me off. So I'm going to start waving and saying goodbye. And then I'll stop streaming in a few seconds. And hopefully it's going to work quite well. So goodbye. To fluency.com/book. To fluency.com/TFP. Thanks for being here.